You know, there's nothing like being behind the scenes in the green room. I love the green room. Normally there's no green, but no, Susie has to be different. She has a book that's highlighted in green, which you'll get a chance to learn about in a moment, and that's super excited. And so, Susie, I don't like reading these bios, right, because they're just so long, and I get bored, and I just can't read them, but we sent it out. Take a moment, if you can, for those folks that are just tuning in, they're behind the scenes. They want to know, Shay, who is Susie Carter, and really, what is she up to these days?
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. Thank you for sharing me with your fabulous audience. Who am I? I'm you, right? I'm just like you. I'm an entrepreneur. I had to figure out this hustle muscle, had to figure out how to build a business. I was a single mom raising 2 little girls and realized that I got to figure this thing out called business. I have my PhD, which those of you that don't know, that's my public high school diploma. So that's my formal education, and I am an entrepreneur. 30 years building multi-million-dollar companies. I've built 7 of them. I've built 9 companies total. 2 were dismal failures, right? They were horrible, like crash, burn, but I learned a lot inside of those 2 that I crashed and burned. And along the way, I figured out how do you build multi-million-dollar businesses. And I like the things that money provide me, the freedom, the flexibility, the opportunity to take care of my children differently, the opportunity to make a difference in the world. And so I'm a best-selling author, speaker, author, writer, travel all over the world, but I focus on the money. I focus on the profit. Because the reality at the end of the day, 88% of small businesses aren't making any profit. And that doesn't make any sense to me. So my goal is help you build your wealth, build your business, so your business provides you a lifestyle that a job cannot.
I love it. Now, I'm just curious. I don't want to, be Debbie Downer here, right? But you picked this topic that we're going to be talking about, build a multi-million-dollar business. And some folks might be like, okay, Shay, I mean, that's pretty huge. Does Susie believe these days that that's still even possible? And more importantly, why did she pick this topic? Like, why
Right,
this
really?
topic now?
Really now? Well, you look at a lot of companies that pivoted inside of a down market. Right. So there's huge opportunity right now. Now, you can get caught up in the drama. You can get caught up in the chaos, or you can look at find the need, fill the need, find the need, fill the need. And I know that in a down market, people need more help. Right. When it's all just raining money. Right. Then it's easy. Not that business is ever easy, Shay. You and I both know that. But the reality is inside of a down market, there's a ton of opportunity. When I look at Microsoft started in a down market, Google started in a down market, right? Netflix started in a down market. So what's the opportunity that's there right now? What's that product or service? And what's that solution that you provide that's different and unique than anybody else? And there's plenty of room at the table. Please don't think because I'm doing it, you can't do it. Please don't think because one person has it that, okay, the market is saturated. No, you do it better. You build it better. Build it so they will come, and build it from your passion. You can't just build it for money, right? I think those entrepreneurs get burnt out, have health issues, they don't spend time with their family because there's a driving for the dollar. I want holistic success. Right. I was a single mom taking care of babies. I had to figure out this money thing. So I never had to be held hostage again. Right. And that was my own ding dong move. Right. And I can talk more about that later. But just looking at, what I love about our country, even in its hectic, chaotic, dysfunctional way, we still get to create our own wealth. We still get to create our own financial well-being. We still get to create businesses. So I want you to look at what's the opportunity around me, and don't sit back, because those that are sitting back are the ones that are going to miss out. You got to be ahead of the curve. Right now, Shay, it leveled the playing field because the top dogs who were doing business and had that system figured out inside of a booming economy, we're all back down to like, how do we pivot? How do we shift? How do we reinvent? How do we look at this differently? So there's plenty of opportunity around you. Don't get caught up in the rhetoric. Don't get caught up in the naysayers. Don't get caught up in the haters. I don't even listen to it. I'm like, thank you for sharing. And I want to help people. My passion is helping people. My passion is helping entrepreneurs. My passion is helping you make money. So that's what I'm focusing on, not all the other commentary. And it's out there. It's real. I'm not like a ding dong that it's not real. It is real. I'm responsible, right? I'm responsible for what's going on in my community. I'm responsible for what's going on in our country. I'm responsible for my children. I'm responsible for your children. I'm responsible for your success. When we come together like that, miracles occur. right? I'm not pointing fingers and going, Shay has to fix it. No, Shay and I have to fix it together. And then we all have to fix it together. Whatever it is that we're fixing, whatever it is that your movement, your stand, right? I'm creating a profit movement to go in this time, in this economy, let's make it happen.
Wow. You talked about making it happen. That was so powerful. Can I slow down for a moment? We're in the green room, man. I don't think we've been in the green room this long, but I got to ask one more question. You have so much energy. We had a call recently where a person called in and it was a mom, and she said, hey, look, I got a lot of things going on right now, Shay. I'm now working from home full time. I'm now a mom, a wife full time. I'm now a mom full time. I'm now a school teacher full time. By the way, Shay, I'm a school administrator full time. I got 2 kids in elementary school, 1 in middle school. And oh, by the way, I'm a full time cafeteria worker. I didn't sign up for all this. And I'm trying to start my business, so I feel guilty when I'm upstairs with the room closed, trying to work on my business. Can you take a minute or two? And I know you're going to talk about building $1 million business. And I don't want to say it's just a mom out there. It could be a dad, could be a male, could be a single person. There's an overwhelm right now. What would you say to that person that's like, wow, she really believes this? What would you say to them?
So first, I want to say that my heart goes out to you. This is a big job. And I want to say, I see you. I hear you. I feel you. We got you. We got you. You're not in business by yourself. You're in business for yourself. And when I was selfish and locked myself in that room, when I was selfish and I got on an airplane, when I was selfish and I took time to build my business, to build my future for my family, I built my future for my family. My children became self-sustaining entrepreneurs. My children became responsible human beings. My children decided that they wanted to make a profound difference in the world. You see, when you be who God intended you to be, I'll call it God, you call it whatever you want. My gift from God is my life. My gift back to God is what I make of my life. So you're not alone. And it feels so lonely. But that's what this program's for, meaning the show, right, with Shay and myself and your tribe and your community. This is your community. Don't try to do it alone. And don't try to suffer alone, right? I want you to really look at how can I call on my tribe, not drama share, call on my tribe to help me, my community, my tribe, my village, if you will, taught me how to be a better mom, taught me how to be a businesswoman, taught me how to hold my head up when I wanted to put my head down, taught me how, they were my armor bearers. They would pick me up when I was down. So I need you to know that you're doing this for a legacy for your family. You're doing this to do something different inside of the world, inside of making a difference. And it's okay to not be okay all the time. I need you to hear that. Because we as women and men, we've all learned to be this superhero with our Superman capes and our Superwoman cape, and I can do it all. And the reality is you can do it all. But first, I'm going to be the teacher. And now I'm going to be the wife. And now I'm going to be the friend. And now I'm going to be the worker. And now I'm going to make a difference in the world. And now I'm going to do my humanitarian, right? So it's not all at the same time. Let's give ourselves some grace. Now, I don't want to let you off the hook, because a lot of times we let that excuses or I'm busy, being busy stop us from creating our business. So I want to be really intentional. It's not how much time you spend. It's the quality time you spend in each area. I always told my kids that, Shay. I said, listen, I'm not here all the time, but I would much rather have quality time with you than quantity and be mad and frustrated and broke and, being on some kind of assistance and being miserable. No. I want you to see what it takes. I brought them to events, right? They learned at an early age, Shay, how to pack it back in the day. I might be a little more seasoned than some people. How to pack, the cassette tapes. That's how old I am. I had cassette tapes and they would pack them because I couldn't afford to get them professionally packed. So they were my little packers and they would earn money to do that. And today they're, my oldest daughter is an equity investor in Los Angeles. She went to Harvard and Wharton. The youngest one is an entrepreneur and she's a medical esthetician and multiple careers, right? Medical esthetician. She does makeup for film, television, and print. So multiple revenue streams, right? Money's all around us. So who you're being teaches your children, teaches your friends, teaches your community discipline, perseverance, and priorities.
For those folks that are out there right now, do me a favor. We're going to jump right into it. Do me a favor. Hit the share button. Hit the watch party button. I'm sure that Susie's okay with this. You can hit the share button. You can hit the watch party button. When that box pops up, I want you to write these words: add value. Hashtag Susie Carter. Just put in there, add value. Yeah, she's gonna talk about building this $1 million business, but you hear where she's coming from a place of service, which is so different. Most folks say, well, this is how you're gonna get 7 figures in 7 minutes. No, she's like, this is how you can serve and add value and improve people's lives. So if you want to have more meaning in the world, you want to have more impact in the world, and you want to make a dollar and a difference at the same time, hit the share button, hit the watch party button. We believe in the giver's economy. The person outgives the competition, out-earns the competition. So thank you all for sharing it. Thank you for paying it forward to your network. Susie's okay with that. Susie, we're going to just jump right into it. You're talking about building a $1 million business. And for some folks, the first question might be in their mind is, well, what's holding people back now? They know they got to make as much money as possible. They know they got to build this business. Based on your experience, what are you seeing some of the challenges that are facing entrepreneurs today?
We are ignorance on fire, Shay. That is our biggest challenge. We get excited and we run, right? And I was no different, right? I just ran. And the reality is you don't know which way you're running. You don't know if I've ran too far. I don't know if I'm running too slow. I don't know what the final destination is. We're just running and we're excited. So I need you to hold up, wait a minute. I need you to slow down. And I know this doesn't sound sexy, but I promise you it is so sexy, because when you see it come to fruition, you will get tingles all over your body. And it's putting the plan in place, writing that business plan. Now there's great software out there, right? So that it doesn't have to be hard. When I was working with Lisa Nichols, I put her business plan together, and we took her company from 80,000. The plan was 40 million. We never hit 40 million, Shay. We only hit 10 million. So we weren't mad at that because we only hit 10 million, right? And when I put that plan together, she looked at me and she said, "You are crazy, girl." I know, but I could see it so clearly. And then we just went to working on the plan. That foundational plan we used for 10 years. We would tweak the marketing. We would add new product suite. We would add new partners. But the foundation was the foundation. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. We had a macro and we had a micro look at what everything we needed to do inside the business. That took some time in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. The initial business plan, Shay, I wrote in a weekend, a $40 million plan in a weekend. Wow. I got it out of Lisa's head. I got it out of my head and went, here's what we're going to create. It's playing, it's inventing, and that's what we are. We're creators. So let's create the financial well-being. Don't just say, I want to make $1 million. I want to make 100 grand. That's when I talk to entrepreneurs. I want to make 6 figures. Okay, but what's the bigger vision? It can't be money. What's the purpose? What's the why? Why are you doing this? Right? When you look at chapter 1 in the book, Shay, is all about finding out what is that thing that only you can do that's different. There's a lot of people, like you said, make $1 million in 7 minutes. I haven't read that one. I can't read that one. Right? But mine is, this is 30 years of doing it wrong, wasting a ton of money, figuring out the system, right? We have a system for everything we do. Like when we got on this call, there was a system. You're laying it out. We're doing this, very methodical. Then you let it go, and then you're in your genius. So you have a system for if you're there right now, you're a mom. You have a system for how you get up in the morning, get ready, get your kids ready, get meals ready, get the day ready. Now we've got a system. We're figuring out the system. I'm not going to lie. For the homeschooling, my poor moms that are homeschooling right now. My poor daughter is like, look, I didn't like school the first time, and now you're making me do it again. And I don't like second grade. So funny. Gotta love it. Right. Wow. So the structure gives you freedom. So putting that plan, taking the time to put the plan in place. Now, I wrote it in a weekend. We refined it over a month. Our advisors looked at it. Our team looked at it. Our marketing department looked at it and added to it. Right. Because I'm not the marketing genius. I'm the money. And so looking at everything, how are we going to get that, convert that, and make that happen?
You know, when you talk about a plan, some folks might be asking the question. I think it's a reasonable question at a reasonable time. I'm going to talk about the book, but I want to also focus on what's one or two key elements that they can put into the plan. Just, just off the top of your head, they might be like, wow, I don't have a plan. And I read all
I'm
these
going to tell you
books.
the biggest mistakes, Shay, that I see, because that over and over and over and over again. Like we have a high-end mastermind, and these, people have their stuff together. Either they have a job, and we call those parallelpreneurs. You have a job, and then you're building this business. And everybody thinks, one, they're unique, right? So what's your unique selling philosophy? Well, we follow up. Well, so does everybody else. We care about our clients. So does everybody else, right? What's your thing that you do? And then more importantly, we all know like who our ideal, this buzzwords are avatar, who my ideal client is. And that's great. But there's one piece that we're missing. Is that ideal client qualified? Now, qualification means, Shay, can they afford you? Can they pay you without you chasing the money? If they can't, then they're not qualified. Listen to this, y'all. They're fans. They're not qualified buyers. Now that right there, because you think your social media is clients or could be. No, right now they're fans. And until they convert, until they come into your website, until they come into your house or your campus, whatever it is that you're doing, they are fans. And so when we look at qualified, I've got to look at how many qualified clients do I need to be in front of, right? Because you're going, well, I'm in front of 300 people. But if those 300 people, one, aren't interested in what you do, and two, they're not qualified, meaning they don't have the money for you, okay, you just wasted your time. I'm sorry. I'm the good witch and the bad witch, right? It's like, I'm going to give you possibility, but mama's going to tell you the truth, right? You've got to be able to see where your missing link is. Business, Shay, is like that padlock. Remember when you were in high school or you had those lockers at school?
Oh, yeah. I remember those days.
I remember sitting at that thing and getting it wrong.
Many times.
Many times you'd stand there like 3 to 5 minutes. It felt like forever. I don't know how long it was.
Yeah.
But one little tick off and that sucker's not going to open.
Right.
Same with business. One little tick. You might be in front of people. You might be speaking. You might be, on podcasts and interviews, but they're the wrong people. And they don't have the money or the mindset to spend the money. And especially in this economy, right? People are scared. Well, let's look at, as a business owner, I'm doing two things, providing good feelings and solutions. So what's the good feeling you're giving people? And what's the solution you're providing? Let's sell results. I'm not selling a book. Who cares about the book? Nobody cares about the book. But what you do care about is how do I build an infrastructure to build a multi-million-dollar business? Shay, clients work with me for 3, 10. Lisa's worked with me for 20 years. Why? Because we keep making money together. It's about the infrastructure. It's about playing bigger. Once you learn the foundation and the system, then it's like, well, what else do I want to implement in this? What else do I want to do in this? What else do I want to create in this? Versus, bubble gum, shoestring, Band-Aid, duct tape. I don't know,
I love it. They're probably thinking, Susie's perfect. Like, look at that. She's perfect. She puts a plan. She executes the plan. She puts a plan. She changes the plan, executes the plan. They might be wondering, was there ever a time where something didn't work out for Susie? And how did she bounce back from that? Where she had to change and alter the plan in order to get back in there? Or does it just keep working for Susie?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, some of you, I don't know if you even know all my whole story, Shay, but in 2007, right? Of course, right? You don't get this place in business with having it all right. Right. You go through the peaks and the valleys and the ups and the downs. And I think as business owners, we're trying to get this kind of level, like, I just want to get this semblance of ease. I just want to get the easiness. But business, right, is like a heartbeat, right? High, high, low, low, high, high, low, low. Well, if I'm in a hospital and this is happening, this is good. But we're trying as business owners, we're like, I just want to get it steady. I just want to get it, flatlined. I just want to get like smooth. No, then we're dead, right? So one is learning how to be in the high, high, low, low and not want to kill yourself because it's frustrating, it's scary. And we all, myself, my colleagues, you, me, when this pandemic hit, we were like, our business models were obsolete. Mine was, Shay, was yours. It was a different way of doing business to go, I had 65 events on my calendar canceled overnight, right? So that makes a huge difference in your income. So it happens all the time. But let me tell you, in 2007, Shay, I had just sold my company in 2005 to one of the largest publishers in the world. We've got an 8-figure deal. That's millions and millions and millions of dollars. I was in my heyday, right? I was so happy. I had built this business, from nothing. And in 2007, when the market crashed, I crashed. My marriage of 17 years, over. My financial portfolio, gone. My real estate investments, wiped out. What took me 20 years to build was gone overnight. I was on the floor crying, and not a pity party cry. I was on the floor crying like, why? I've been a good steward. I followed the rules. I had good coaches. I thought I did everything right. And now I'm looking at, I don't have another 20 years to rebuild this. It was $10 million in assets gone. Now, if you don't talk about a dark day, a marriage of 17 years, someone who said, I'll never leave you. You are my friend. You are my ride or die. You are the person, I got you. And then went, oh, I got you. This is too hard. Right? I was crying on the floor, Shay. And, again, I believe in God. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Who's going to listen to me now? I'm supposed to be this profit coach. I'm supposed to be the money. And I heard this voice in my head that said, I need you to get up. This will be your biggest victory and your biggest lesson. Get up. You know money. Do what you do. Do what you do. I had 2 clients at the time. I had John Assaraf and I had Lisa Nichols. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do what I do for them. My pay, I took a ridiculous pay cut in both of those organizations. Ridiculous. So that I know what I could do. I make money. Right? I'm like, I need to cover my house payment. I need to cover, my basic essentials. And then I'm going to hustle. I'm going to do what I know how to do. And sure enough, it didn't take me a year to come back. That was unrealistic. It took me 5 years to rebuild what I lost in 2007 because I knew money, because I know how to build business, right? And that's all the book is. The book is, what's the strategy to build a multi-million-dollar business? It's not sprinkle fairy dust. It's not unicorn poo, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know. Right?
Yeah.
It's structure to go, oh, just do this, you get this. Now you got to do it. I'm not sprinkle fairy dust, right? I'm not the secret formula. I just put the system in a way that I could reproduce, right? And look, all content is regurgitated. I can make up words too, Shay, right? All content. I just took best practices that I've learned over 30 years to go, these are the best practices that have worked in my business. Maybe they'll work in your business.
The folks out there, I know we're going to get a chance at the Comeback Champion, so I'm going to go through the book and go into more details. But they're out there, and we haven't even gotten to what I call today's my January 1st segment. They're like, Shay, I can't wait. Shay, I need to get this book, Shay. I'm listening to her. I know she only has so much time. We're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to pause for a moment. And can you just tell them, I don't know, about 2 minutes or 3 minutes if you can. And I know this is unfair because you weren't prepared to do this, but, what the book is, or who the book is for, and the results they can get from the book. And I know we're going to do a whole special segment. And she might let me broadcast it, guys, that she'll be doing for the Comeback Champion Summit, just talking about the book. But tell them the name of the book, who the book is for, and the results they can get. And then give them a link to go get it. Just give them your link. They're out there. I'm getting these messages. They're like, Shay, okay, I'm at it now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm jumping into it. Susie can just do that. I had a plan, but I got to change the plan. We've never done this, ladies and gentlemen, but it's Susie. Come on now.
Ah, I love you. So the book is called Power Your Profits, and the reason being is only 1% of businesses hit that $1 million mark. 88% of small businesses are making less than $100,000 business. So if you're in startup, you want this book. If you are growing your business and wanting to take it to the next level, right? 2.5% of the businesses are doing $500,000 a year. It's all about leverage, scale to sale. because ultimately you want to sell your business for millions, right? You want to make the return on investment. So if you want, and you're a radical action taker, right? And you want to grow a multi-million-dollar business that makes a difference. Look, I'm committed that we change this world together. And so I need you to be responsible for your contribution. God is knocking at your door, right? Knocking like that's your calling. I need you to listen to your calling, because when you do what you love, the money does come, but you need a strategy, right? Every chapter has assessments, right? Chapter 8, math is money and money is fun. Look, I hated math. I hated doing my business finances. I felt like such a ding dong. So in that chapter, I talk about here's how you look at the reports that your CPA or your accountant give you. Here are the reports that you need to put in place. Here's some simple, doable things that you can do to understand this thing. I put these spreadsheets together, Shay, and then my clients would go, Susie, can I have that spreadsheet? I'm like, you want my spreadsheet? I was just doing my entrepreneur hustle. Like, I need to understand this so I don't feel like a ding dong in these meetings, right? Mm-hmm. So I put these spreadsheets together that it's just simplified it for me, right? So that I could use it in my business. Because when you work with an accountant or CPA, they talk about the past. Well, that doesn't help me for today. Okay, that's what I did do. Yes, that's great analytical data. But how do I make $1 million? I only did, 69,000 this year. How do I go to $1 million? What do I need to do? How many units do I need to sell? Like, what conversations do I need to have? So it is packed full of deliciousness. And here's the best part. You don't have to start chapter 1. I'm an entrepreneur. I am A, B, C, bubblegum, Z, elephant, right? I'm creative. So if you need help with sales, I need you to go to chapter 6 and go into the sales chapter. If you need to figure out the money, go to chapter 8, math is money, money is fun, and start there. Don't start like, here's chapter 1. Now, if you're methodical, because I know I have my analytical learners as well, it is set up that way as well. Each chapter builds on the next. But most entrepreneurs are like me. We're creative, and that's why money's creative. Money is creative, y'all. We get to create the money. So I know I told more than 2 things because I can't help it. I'm so excited. I can't help it. And so when you go to poweryourprofitsbook.com, you can order the book. And here's what I've learned. So I've been doing this for 30 years, Shay. And the first time, my very first book I wrote, I was not prepared. I just thought I would write a book and I'd be famous. And rich, right?
Yeah.
You feel my pain? And then everybody would say, oh, love the book. I hate to read. Do you have a course? I'm like, no, I just wrote the book. Give me some. No. So we do have a companion course that you can purchase with that. And we slash the price. Like, I cut it so far down because I knew what we were going through in the pandemic. And that's when we come together, right? I want to come together. Shay wants to come together. This community is here for you. And so you can take advantage of that as well. So I want to support you in building your dream business. My little sign back there says, that's dreams only work when you do. Dreams only work when you do, right? So I need you to know that when you have that dream, you got to put it into radical, circle highlight under that word, action.
And what is the website to go to once again so folks can go out there and make sure they have the website? What's the name of the website to go to for the book?
poweryourprofitsbook.com.
Okay, poweryourprofitsbook.com. Now, for those folks that are out there, do me a favor. Susie's here to serve, and she's doing a great job. Let's go to the website and make sure it works. Susie, nothing personal. Sometimes these websites don't work, So everyone go over to www.poweryourprofits.com. poweryourprofitsbook.com. And then if the site works, which congratulations, then go down there and get a copy of the book. Now, if you got a hold of this long lost video file for some strange reason, and you got a chance to watch this right now, you're wondering, Shay, does it still apply to me? Absolutely. If the site works and you hit the button and you can go through the process, go through the process right now. For those folks, the site once again, Susie, tell them the site once again.
It is poweryourprofitsbook.com. Now, look, what I will say, if it doesn't work, look, find me on social, hunt me down, track me down, she's my brother from another mother. I will take care of you. I don't care how many years it is. I'll take care of you somehow, some way, right? Because we got to stick together. You're in business for yourself, not by yourself. And that's what I love about you, Shay, is really you're just holding that flag for us going, let me just direct you to the people that I trust. the people that, I work with. You still have to do your due diligence, y'all.
Yes.
Just because he refers them doesn't mean you get lazy and don't do it. Because people will come back to me, Shay, and go, I didn't like that person. Well, do your due diligence. I love them. I don't care. You don't like them. I love them. So
Right. Yeah, it's good
I don't know
for
what your
everybody.
deal is, because I think they're secret sauce.
I love it. We have a mantra here. One of our core values, excuse me, one of our core values here is this belief that today is my January 1st. And today is my January 1st. For those folks know what we're about to do, excuse me, you can look right below the video and you can write these words. Today is my January 1st. For all the new folks, all our new viewers, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Hit the share button, hit the watch party button. We're glad you're here. But today is my January 1st represents a do-over. It represents a fresh start. It means our past does not equal the future. We don't wait for January 1st on a calendar and say, well, today's the day. No. We create a January 1st moment. And there are probably 1,000 January 1st moments throughout the day. And you can make a decision. And that decision, anyone, could forever change the trajectory of your life. So you make a decision, you're going to work out. Or you're going to sit back and you're going to binge watch and watch Netflix. That's a decision. You make a decision, you're going to eat, hamburgers and French fries with some salt and pepper and ketchup. Yeah, my sons, they got hot sauce. Or you go to the refrigerator and you open it up and there's some kale. That tastes good. There's some broccoli. Got to have the broccoli, right? Oh, there's some Brussels sprouts. That's a January 1st moment. So it's a do-over. My daddy used to say, Che, the future is spotless. And so, Susie, with that being said, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, and they're writing that right now, what does it mean to you? What's going through your mind?
I love that. I've never called it that, but I love that.
So welcome to the show.
Right. Every day is my January 1st. Yeah. Yesterday, is complete. And so I have to look at what do I pivot? What do I do to make this day the best day? Right? I don't get caught up in what I didn't accomplish yesterday or what didn't happen yesterday or the naysayers or the negative Nellies, whatever you want to call them, the haterators, whatever they are, is I look at it and I make a list of what are the 5 things I must accomplish today. That's going to make this day, as your language, my January 1st, so that I'm always in reset. I think as entrepreneurs, we go around and we beat ourselves up. I didn't do it. I didn't get it done. I didn't do it right. I ate the hamburger, I ate the French fry, drank the martini, whatever it is. Just go, okay, well, I can't fix what I did yesterday. I can only alter it for today and create a new day.
The folks are out there right now. They're excited. They're writing down, today is my January 1st. And you can do that as well. Just like they were excited, Susie, back on December 31st. After a couple drinks on the back of a napkin, they started writing down their New Year's resolutions, and we know how that ended, right? My question to you is that sometimes there's truth inside of truisms. And you might have heard this phrase that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do we all struggle with? My hand is raised. Consistency. So my question to you is, what do you tell your clients? What do you tell folks to do in order to be consistent? To hashtag stay the course.
It's all about creating that structure around you, right? Structure in your relationship. So if you want love and intimacy, I can't wait for you to give me love and intimacy. I have to give you love and intimacy. And when you're in a relationship, you start to learn, what does that look like for Shay, right? Shay's my brother. He's an amazing man. So if he needs love and acknowledgement and support, what does that look like? My children, right? My business. What does my business need? What do my team need? Because my team is actually my number one customer. What do they need for love and support? Because at the end of the day, why we're working so hard for the money is because we want more love in our life. We want more connection in our life. We want the opportunity of what financial resources gives to us. But at the end of the day, each of us wants to know that I matter and I make a difference. And my job is to be that human highlighter. My job, your job, is to allow someone the opportunity to see their greatness through your eyes. So I want you to take today to notice the people around you, that your life would not be as complete without them, and let them know. Every day do that. Every day you be the game changer of spreading that love and harmony. And I'm not talking about some blanket compliment. I'm talking about really looking into that person to go, my life's better when you're in it, because my life's better because you're in it. And what is that? We don't take the time to acknowledge. We don't take the time to share our love. We just assume. It happens in relationships a lot. They're like, well, they know they love me. I married them. Well, okay, that doesn't, no, I don't know. And I'm a colander girl, Shay.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm a colander girl. Like when you make spaghetti and you
Yeah.
put it in the colander to drain it, that's me. You can tell me I'm pretty, and then I'll be like, how about now? How about now? Pretty now? You love me, and I'm like, I love you too. How about now? You love me now? And so when you realize that most people are that way, some of us say it, I boldly say it to go, okay, I need some love. Give me some love. Give me some love. Give me some love, right? And then some people are like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Bull. Those people need it 10 times more because they don't get it, because they don't know how to ask for it.
That is so
Now,
powerful.
You're wondering, how does that have to do with profit? Money's all around you. Love's all around you. It is holistic success. We need holistic success and harmony. Right? There's the delusion of balance, especially right now, trying to be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the homeschooler, the janitor, to go, let me just breathe in, my abundance of love, my abundance of prosperity, my abundance of opportunity. That's all around us right now.
I'm loving it. Quick question for you as we move into what's called a rapid fire segment. For those folks that are out there, you're wondering, where do I get the book again? Where do I find out this? How do I do that? How do I stay in the conversation? I'm going to ask Susie before I talk about rapid fire and ask her a couple questions just to frame the conversation for you. Susie, what type of individuals do you work with? What type of clients are you even looking for these days? And then how can they best connect with you? We got one way, which is the poweryourprofitsbook.com. Is that right?
Plural, power your profits, right? S, because we want multiple profits.
Yes.
We want lots of profits, not a profit.
Yes, poweryourprofitsbook.com. That's one. And then some folks might be saying, okay, I'll do that. But is Susie even taking on clients? Does her team take on clients? Shay, who does she even work with these days? So can you take a moment and frame that conversation and tell them how they can stay in contact with you as well?
Yes, I love it. So I work with entrepreneurs, right? We work with companies that are either just starting or we're building and scaling to about 10 million. After 10 million, I refer you out. Right? Because that's not fun for me anymore. That gets too much infrastructure. So it's all about building, scaling, and selling your business. Now, what industries do I work in? Because people always that. I have doctors, I have attorneys, I have carpenters, I have landscape architects, I have manufacturers, I have fencing companies, construction companies. So we run the gamut. Business is business is business. And entrepreneurs came up to me and said, Susie, will you coach me? I'm like, I don't know anything about your industry. They're like, we don't care. We love you. And when the market keeps calling you, look, Shay, in the beginning, I would go like, no, I don't know anything about that. And then I had a brain thought. I'm like, oh, I'm going to just charge them double and then they'll go away. No, they paid it. They paid it, Shay. They paid it. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is my next, right? To go. That's when you're onto something. The market pushes you even higher or greater. I don't want the market to push you. I want you to create it. Right. I did it wrong. Again, I did it wrong. I didn't know. Nobody was really teaching the plan. There's a lot of courses on funnels, on marketing, on money, but there's not like the system of building a business. And this is the system to building a multi-million-dollar company, whether you're just starting or whether you're trying to get to that next level. We all get to that plateau to go, what's that thing that's going to be a game changer? Right. Dr. Judy came to me and she was about 1.4 million. And she's like, Susie, I'm tapped out. I have no more time. I have no more energy. I don't know what else to do. I implemented one of my cheater spreadsheets that I put together, and we took her business from 1.4 million to 4.8 million by one little spreadsheet that I created in my rogue days so that I could understand the finances. So it's that tick. You just don't know what the tick is to open up the money safe. Right, to open up the opportunity because you've been doing it without stopping and bringing a team in to help you. Right now, we've got programs at every different level and every different budget because I'm like you, I'm an entrepreneur. Some of you just want to go and get the information and do it yourself. Some of you want to be part of a team and come into one of our masterminds. And then some of you just like, I don't want any of those people, Susie, I only want you. Okay, well, let's talk. Let's figure out what's the best support for you. And again, I'm not about selling you, I'm about serving you. I'm going to make my recommendation to you. Your job is to choose. My job is to educate. Here's what I think would be best. if you're my brother, you're my sister, to grow your financial wealth. And then your job is to choose whether I want to do that or not.
Very, very powerful. And you didn't tell them where to go so they can connect with you. They're probably like, okay, Shay, I'm on the edge. Like, do I go to a website? Do I just call our office? Like, what do I do? Someone help me out up in this camp.
Right. So you can go to our website, which is Susie Carder, Carder, right? Carder.com. So it's just my name. All my social media handles, SusieCarter.com. So Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, that's where you can find me. We've got blogs. We've got Susie Snacks, which is a bite-sized information for your cocktail for success. So if you want to taste it, try before you buy, I have a client that are those big due diligencers, like, let me see. Let me just help you.
Fantastic. Well, second to last question. I know we're in overtime. We got to get out of here, but I wanted to, if I can, ask one question. I love to ask two questions. First one is, of all the success ideas you've learned, and you've learned so many, probably 20,000 plus ideas in your lifetime with so many more to learn, what's one success idea that you could share with everyone that's watching right now that you'd like to leave them with?
So one of my most amazing mentors was Michael Gerber, is right. He's still around. And what he taught me early on was build a business as if you're going to franchise it. You don't have to franchise it, but you want to think about you being out of your business. You want to think about everything having your fingerprint and it being duplicatable. And so my very first business, I owned one of the top hair salons in the country. We were the top 1% in the nation, top 10% in the world. We did $1 million in that business with 10 people. The average business has to have 30 people to do those kind of numbers. And what I did is set that business up as if I was going to franchise it. Every system, everything was written down. Everything had protocol. Everything. Even from folding towels, Shay, we had a system to how to fold towels. Now, I don't know if your household, if your children are towel waters,
yeah,
and shove them in there, right? So there is structure, and the structure gives you freedom. Yes, Michael Givens wrote a book called Wealth Without Risk, and he said when you first start any project, you got to put 10 units of energy in to get 1 unit of result. Once you get the momentum going, you put 1 unit of energy in to get 10 units of result. So yes, it takes time, but once I put it in place, then it becomes the rainmaker. Then it becomes the money. Then it becomes the opportunity that you just go, now what business do I want to plug and play? What do I do with my coaching clients? What business are we plugging and playing? What system is broken? What system do you need? Let's figure out the combination and let's open up the money vault.
Open up the money vault, man. That's amazing. With that being said, let me go ahead and turn it over to you and say, number one, thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneurial Show. It is an honor and a privilege, a treat and a treasure to hang out with you, man. Shout out to Angel Tutsi, who does some amazing work out there in the world and was able to kind of help connect us through the power of what she does with her morning show. I want to turn it over to you to have your final thoughts, your final comments that you like. Tell the folks once again how they can connect with you. If everyone is out there listening right now, I'm going to suggest that you go over first. I'm going to get one website, by the way, and don't worry, she'll be talking about this more at the Comeback Champion Summit, but I want you to go to this one website. She'll give you another one maybe, but I want you to go to www.poweryourprofits with an S book.com. Again, www.poweryourprofits with an S book.com. Follow the instructions. Okay, just don't ask what it is. Just follow the instructions. Susie will change your life and your business if you let her. It's not about the money. It's about the meaning you're going to have in the world. It's not about all the income you're going to make. It's certainly about the impact you're going to have for someone else. And you can make $1 and a difference at the same time. With that being said, Susie, I turn it over to you to close us out. You're amazing. You're incredible. I'm so glad you're part of the Comeback Champion Summit and so glad we got a chance to connect. I look forward to having you back.
Thank you. So I appreciate you and everything that you're doing for our tribe and our community. We can't do this alone. Right. And I love that you got us. Right. When Shay says he's got you, he's got you. So listen, you can find me by my name, Susie Carter, and all the social handles. My website is SusieCarter.com. So you can find me there. My education has been this, right? Thought leaders and books, right? When I had no money, a book guided me through my journey of being a single mom, raising 2 little girls, to being a multimillionaire. I should not be where I'm at. I should not be where I am statistically, but I decided to do something different. And Benjamin Franklin said, take the coins from your purse, invest them in your mind, and your mind will fill your purse overflowing. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you, go get a real job, or why are you doing this now in this economy? This doesn't make any sense. Just say thank you for sharing, and God has a bigger plan for me. I'm on a bigger mission. You know what you're about. You know what you're doing. You know there's a purpose. You know that someone needs your story, different than my story. And together, we can make a profound difference. I'm your sister in the journey. I appreciate you. I love you. You're in business for yourself, not by yourself. Look at this amazing tribe you have. Everything you need is all around you. Wealth is your birthright.
Wow. With that being said, thanks for joining. My name, by the way, for those folks that are curious that are out there listening, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Hit the share button if you haven't done that. Hit the watch party button if you haven't done that. Pay this message forward to someone else because you're amazing. With that being said, make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Remember, time is long. It really is so long. Life, on the other hand, is very, very short. So you got to live in the moment and you got to make it count. God bless you. Wish you success. Thanks a lot, Susie. You're incredible. We're out of here. We got to go. We got to go. Love you. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. Yeah.
Thank you, God bless.